This is a continuation of the Golden Dove series. I think we're up to class 105. And there's somebody playing jazz music just as I'm starting this class. Okay, I'm going to try to do it anyway. And if I have to stop, I guess I'll just stop and you'll never see this. I want to talk about the arbitrariness of language, because we spoke yesterday about freedom and language, and how language at its core is human, precisely because only human beings have free will, right? And anytime we speak, we make a choice to speak. Anytime we speak, we choose what thoughts to articulate. Anytime we choose to articulate a thought, we choose how to articulate a thought, what to emphasize. Anytime you read, you choose how to connect the letters together. Anytime you read, you choose how to connect the words together, how to understand the spaces between the words, right? There's always going to be freedom, precise because there's arbitrariness. So I want to, I want to just give you an example. And my father used to talk about this a lot. So the word Abba actually has a dagesh chazak in the bet, right? And the word Abba is a word that apparently is Aramaic, because you have the word Gemara. So Gemara actually means ha-gemer. So the word Abba actually means ha-ab. So Gemara means the gemer, the concluded lesson, right? The concluded lesson. So ha-gemer in Hebrew turns to Gemara in Aramaic. So ha-ab, the father, in Hebrew turns to Abba in Aramaic. It also means my father. So there's a famous story in the Gemara in Masechet Pesachim. You remember the part where it says that always a person should use a clean language, pleasant language, pleasing language, right? And then it brings Rav as an example. So one of the examples it brings is that when Rav was young, he left Babel and he went to Eretz Yisrael to study with Rabbeinu HaKadosh. And when he arrived to Eretz Yisrael, Rabbi Chia asks him, Abba Kayam, is my father alive? And right, so Abba also means my father, right? So for example, so you see how it's certain kind of like evolution. Originally Abba was Aramaic, means the ha'ab, the father. But then there's a transformation. So Abba means my, or can mean my father. Like in the Gemara, I think in Masechet Sanhedrin, Eman alai Abba, right? My father. So here Rabbi Chia says and this is in Masechet Pesachim Tav Gimel, right? Again, it's a very beginning of the Masechet. So Rabbi Chia asks, Abba Kayam, is my father alive? And Rav's answer was, Abba Kayam. Well, the word Abba means my father. So if Rav is saying my father is alive, he's implying that Rabbi Chia's father is no longer alive, right? And then Rabbi Chia asks him, Ima Kayemet, right? And what does Rav answer? He says, Ima Kayemet, right? You see how the beautiful, rather than say, when Rabbi Chia says Abba Kayam, Rav could have said, no, he died. He didn't say that. He said, Abba Kayam, my father is alive. Beautiful, the way language works, but and that's where that Gemara works. That's where Rabbeinu Hananel explains that sugya. But the point is, language is arbitrary. There's no scientific reason why it should be like that. I'll give you just an example of the arbitrary, and then the word Abba then becomes like it transfers into a spiritual father, like a teacher. So we have Avi Rechav Yisrael. That's how Elisha refers to Eliyahu Hanavi, right? Why should that be? And then you have the same thing in English, right? So you have the church lehavdil ben kodesh lechol, right? But you have, let's say, the church fathers, or you have an abbot. The abbot is the head of the monastery, right? So you see the relationship, how in Hebrew, Avi can also be my teacher, my spiritual, and then Yamach Shemam, the Goyim, they chose that as well. So father, they say, forgive me, Father, for Yamach Shemam. Again, I'm just saying it. I don't want to even mention the tefillah, chas v'shalom. right? But the what they say when they make their vidui. But interesting, why is there a dagesh chazak in the word Abba? There should be no dagesh chazak in the word Abba. And the answer is it's a linguistic phenomenon that when you have two words that are related, one word like they come in pairs, one word takes the form of the other word. So the word imma, I said it with dagesh. I know we don't say it like that. I just it doesn't even sound nice saying it like that. But the point being that the word ima is actually imma with the dagesh chazak in the mem, and because that word has a dagesh chazak in the mem, so the word abba, which is the pair of the word ima, has a dagesh chazak in the bet, right? It's very interesting. Is there like a logical rule? Is that going to be a rule that based upon that we establish, we extrapolate and use it for other cases? No, it's completely arbitrary. So even meaning when I say completely arbitrary, it didn't have to be Abba with the dagesh in the bet. It could have been Abba without a dagesh in the bet. So you see even the way language evolves and the way it's used and the development of language, there's an arbitrariness to language, right? So again, that has to do with freedom, language, and again, I didn't explain what negativity is, but I did want to explain to you a little more about the arbitrariness of language.